In this video, you'll learn how to access a Google Pixel with a broken screen. This guide will help you navigate your device despite its display issues, ensuring you can retrieve important information and control your phone effectively. Begin by connecting your Google Pixel to an external display. To do this, use a USB-C to HDMI adapter. Ensure that the adapter you are using is compatible with your specific Pixel model. After making the connection, you should see your phone's display mirrored on the monitor or TV screen. This allows you to view your phone's content without relying on the broken screen, providing a crucial workaround for accessing your device. Next, you'll want to control your phone without needing to touch the screen. To achieve this, connect a USB mouse or keyboard using an OTG adapter. This adapter allows the mouse or keyboard to interface with your phone. Once connected, you can use the mouse pointer to navigate through your phone's interface. If your device is locked, you will need to enter your PIN or password. This step grants you full control over your phone, enabling you to access apps and settings easily. After gaining access to your phone, it is essential to back up your important data immediately. Start by transferring vital files such as photos, videos, and contacts to another device or to cloud storage. This action ensures that your data remains safe, especially if you plan to repair the phone later. Handle your device with care during this process to avoid any further damage. Securing your data is a critical step to protect your information from potential loss. If you encounter any issues during these steps, consider checking the functionality of your USB-C to HDMI adapter and your OTG adapter. Ensure that both devices are properly connected and functioning. Additionally, be aware that large files may take longer to transfer depending on your internet speed or the speed of the external storage device you are using. It's recommended to verify that you have sufficient storage available on the target device or cloud service before beginning the transfer process. That wraps up today's guide. Thanks for watching, and catch you in the next tutorial.